Hello everybody and welcome back to A Plague Tale Innocence.
We're here.
Amicia, you going to be alright?
Yes. It's just strange to be back. Let's go. I never thought I'd come back here. Not so soon.
We find the potions and we leave. You might even get home before sunrise.
Fine by me.
We are now in chapter 12. Amicia and Lucas are on a bit of a solo mission here to return to Amicia's home in order to find something that will help Hugo. This is a very long chapter, it's very story heavy, and there's lots of dialogue, so the game might kind of play itself. I have mixed feelings about trying to talk over dialogue while also not being super quiet myself. This is probably another chapter that's in my top list. I really enjoy it. And I find that this is kind of the last chapter with unique gameplay where we're sort of exploring. And the game really just takes a very story-heavy approach from now on.
Look, the standard of the Inquisition.
Are they still there?
Let's be careful.
Still a very solid game all around, though. And if you are struggling to finish your last couple of upgrades, don't worry. There are quite a few things to collect in this chapter, so I'll do my best to point those out as we go along.
What the hell is that? Look out, Lucas!
What's the matter with them?
I don't know, but I don't like it. Let's get out of here.
They're not even paying attention to us.
But that's a good thing.
A mating dance, perhaps. Some animals have very strange rituals.
There's a difference between strange and terrifying, Lucas.
But why? They're still animals.
I'm starting to have doubts about that. Lucas, we'll deal with that later. Come on.
There must be a reason.
I'm just gonna take the win that they don't even notice us. They do not care at all. I'm fine with that. I mean, it's probably not a good thing. I'm sure that will come back to bite us, but for now, I'm just gonna carry on.
It looks like they don't want us to pass.
Ah, there are so many of them. When Hugo and I ran away, I remember something attacked the guards. I think it's thanks to the rats that we were able to escape that day.
I see. This must be one of the first places they came from. But it doesn't explain their behavior.
Amicia is correct. A bunch of rats were coming out of the ground on that day to take out the Inquisition.
They're not welcome here. I'll show them.
So despite the fact that the rats are mostly negative,
This is my home. Do you hear me?
they have also
My home.
saved our lives a number of times. We kind of coexist with them now. Just learn to work around them and use them to our advantage when necessary. Alright, so we gotta get across this big, gigantic rat field here, but before we do that, we're gonna go up the hill and collect a couple of things. The first thing I'm gonna do is use some odorous to get all of these rats away from inside of the little house as well as the yard. So they should all come running. And then I'm going to use an ignifer, and that should keep them all busy. They're kind of trapped right now and can't get to us. Whoops, wrong button. We're going to crouch. And this house, I definitely recommend coming in here because it's got some goodies. It's got fabric, leather, and on the table we also have our very last gift collectible.
Mother's reed pen. She used to write all her letters here before sending them by pigeon. I can't leave it here. She was very attached to it.
I think she would be touched that you kept it.
So if you've gotten all the gifts up to this point, that's worth a collectible. Something nice that Amicia has of her mother's. And if you have the supplies to do it, we're going to need to craft a luminosa here. There's this caged area with all these rats. Now, I do promise that this is worth it just to expend the resources because there is some really good stuff. We actually get 2 chests, which is better than 1. And it's just full of crafting materials. And you get a little bit of everything. You get cord, fabric, leather. Definitely worth it. Now that we've taken care of all of that, we can actually move on with our objective here.
There, a door. Closed. There's a chain on the other side. Wait, the lantern. They must have used it to get their troops through.
Good idea. I'll have a clear shot.
You can go back down. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm there.
Here we go. You can move.
Thanks, Lucas.
Keep it on me, alright?
Think I'd make it here without you?
No, but you're a pretty good companion.
That system works really well.
I'm ready.
It's kind of nice to be out with Lucas because he's been in the chateau pretty much since we found it. He hasn't really come out adventuring at all, so it's nice that he's finally getting out a little bit. If you want to, you can point the lantern here and grab a couple of more things for ammunition before you bring Lucas over.
Thank you.
Lucas, we're not alone.
Oh,
We can see that there's actually an injured guard over there.
a guard. He's still alive.
Someone, help me. The rats.
Now, fortunately, we don't really have to worry because he's completely defenseless.
You, tell me, how many of you are there?
Oh, it hurts. I don't want to die. Not like this.
Like this? You executed my family. You deserve a painful death.
Please, have mercy.
Don't you ever use that word. I'm not going to get anything useful out of him.
There is an optional achievement here to move all of the rats without killing the 2 guards that you'll find here. If you don't want to do that, you don't care, it's very, very easy to get the rats out of your way by just taking out the sources of light. But we are going to try and do the pacifist thing. So we're going to take an odorous and shoot it over to the left side, which will move this first group of rats.
Who the hell are you?
The daughter of Robert and Beatrice de Roux.
Oh, no. Please. Please have mercy.
Shut up. I'm leaving you to your fate.
Yeah, buddy, you are barking up the wrong tree. However, I think Amicia's probably had enough killing at this point, despite how angry she is, so... We can leave these guys, we might as well leave them. Go ahead and use another odorous here, and then light our torch. And then there's some more crafting supplies in here. Again, cannot keep up. Cannot make ammunition fast enough to pick up all the stuff here. And then we just have one more group of rats to go. We've got just these guys in front of the gate. And we're going to trap them in that big tent over there by extinguishing the light source over there and then throwing it right into that big tent. You can then use the ignifer to come on over to the bench, and I can fully upgrade my pouch, which is great news because it will make my sling much more effective.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
You get an achievement when you've fully upgraded your sling, and we have only our last equipment upgrade to go. We're missing only 1 piece of cloth and 1 piece of leather. Now, I actually didn't notice as I was trapping these little guys in the tent, but there's a chest there. I don't know that I've ever noticed that, which is slightly embarrassing. I wonder if I can trap them in the other tent. I might be able to. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna just throw an odorous over there and see if they move. Yeah, nice. Okay. I didn't even really need the bench because I can do upgrades without benches, but sometimes I forget. So it was probably a better idea just to trap them in this tent in the first place, but that's alright. We have our final piece of leather that I need for my missing upgrades, so I just need one more piece of fabric.
You could have killed them.
They're already dead, and I already have enough blood on my hands.
Yeah, that's kind of the feeling I get from Amicia, so it's kind of nice to be able to do this section without taking out the guards, even though they're gonna die anyways. But at least they're not gonna die at Amicia's hands.
We're here. Lucas, behind this door.
I understand. I'm with you.
Let's go.
Oh, my God. Is this real?
My home.
Yeah, the rats have just
Is that a body
had
over
a
there?
field day.
No. No, please.
Amicia, we can stop. Find another way.
No, I have to see.
Yeah, the rats have had a field day making a gigantic nest out of our home.
Is he your father?
No! What are they doing? Get back!
Make sure you have your ignifer out.
Lucas!
I have no idea.
Push them back! The ignifer! Go right, go right!
The only way to destroy these little rat tornadoes, as I call them, is to use ignifer.
We have to find shelter. Where do you suggest we go? They're everywhere. You prefer to stay here? I won't last long like that. Enough! Stop!
And by this time you should have quite a few upgrades to have lots of ammunition, which will help.
Is it over?
I think so. You saved our lives.
We'll celebrate later. We need to get to the chamber. It's that window up there.
You should take the torch.
Interesting that there's a light on in the place that we need to go.
Don't worry. I'll lead the way.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, it looks like the rats have completely taken off with our father's body.
Father! They took his body. They took it from me. I should have buried him. I should have.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Amicia.
Please let him rest in peace.
I feel bad for Amicia. It's kind of similar to what happened with our dog at the very beginning. Interesting that they took his body rather than devouring it. I'm not sure why they chose to do that. But unfortunately, she'll never get the chance to bury her father properly.
Amicia, that body with no armor.
It's one of our servants, but his body.
Yes, the guards were eaten alive. He wasn't.
Why? There must be a reason.
If only I knew. The Great Break. Its aftershocks continue to ripple through time.
Yeah, that is incredible. We're seeing so many strange behaviors from the rats in this chapter. The little rat tornadoes, them completely ignoring us at the beginning when they were in a big frenzy, and ignoring bodies completely. We've never seen that before. They will eat anything. They've eaten hams and dead animals and corpses. So it's just unusual to see them completely ignoring them.
Chateau.
Yes, they're avoiding them.
What on earth is going on here?
That's a great question. Just behind this lady's body, kind of where her head is pointing, there is an open chest here with a collectible.
Or is it your father's?
Yes. From his days fighting alongside King Philip. He was a great knight.
Then he won't be forgotten.
That's kind of nice that Amicia can have a little
Here we
memento
are.
of him,
It's up there.
since she won't have a chance to say goodbye to him properly.
Come, I'll get you up.
All right.
Now we're going up the stairs in the main house.
Whoa, look out.
They're all converging here.
And again, weird behavior, just completely ignoring us.
They're going towards his room. The potions for Hugo must be in there.
This is where we were in the prologue.
Lucas, those pots?
Simple infusions. Not strong enough.
There must be others.
Where we were first introduced to Beatrice. It looks like I've got enough to do my final upgrade now as well. I've picked up lots of leather and cloth along the way. So I'm going to go ahead and just do the final upgrade for the sake of doing it.
Well, that looks a lot better.
And now Amicia is fully upgraded. We still have 4 chapters left in this game, and from here on out I can either choose to upgrade alchemy if I feel like it, or if I feel like getting real fancy, I could just keep a somnum on me and use that, since I haven't used it since the tutorial. Keep a luminosa on me, whatever I want.
So, this is it?
Yes, it's Hugo's room. Let's go.
There are other pots.
Everything's like it was before.
No, that's not it. Neither's this. No.
Lucas.
Or this.
Why hasn't his room been touched?
No. It's not here.
Still no luck.
No. These are normal standard potions. Your mother must have been working on a more complex elixir. There has to be something else. Another place. Another room.
Not that I
You
know
can't
of.
just make an opus magnum like that. She must have a laboratory somewhere.
I don't know. I don't see where.
Laurentius. He built his laboratory away from prying eyes. So your mother must have also.
She told me nothing. I never
But
saw
that's
her.
it. Isn't there a place where she didn't want you to go? I don't know. Some
Well,
place she protected.
The old Roman ruins. She didn't want me to go there.
The Roman ruins. Yes, definitely an idea from an alchemist. Exactly where are they?
The garden. Let's go.
Yeah, this is so creepy and unsettling.
Oh, no, not that way.
It's almost like a shrine has been built to Hugo by doing nothing. I just find it so unsettling that all of his stuff hasn't been touched, to kind of commemorate this being, you know, ground zero. Now, I know this is a bit of a shorter video, but this is kind of the only good natural stopping point in this video, I think, because we're nice and safe here, but we still have to go all the way across the gardens to try and find our mother's laboratory, so we have quite a ways to go still. I'm gonna take the opportunity while we're safe to call it here, and we will continue on in the next video. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.